Chapter 4, Democratic Rights. Article 30, the right of thought, opinion, and expression. Everyone has the right to hold opinions without interference. Everyone has the right to freedom of expression without any interference. These rights should include freedom to seek, receive and impart information, ideas of all kinds, regardless of frontiers, either orally, in writing or print, in the form of art, or through any media of his choice. Freedom of the press and other mass media and freedom of artistic creativity is guaranteed. Freedom of the press shall specifically include the following elements. In the interest of the free flow of information, ideas, and opinions, which are essential to the functioning of a democratic order, the press shall, as an institution, enjoy legal protection to ensure its operational independence and its capacity to entertain diverse opinions. Article 31, the right of opinion, expression by the peaceful demonstrations. Ethiopian citizens have unlimited freedom to express their opinion freely through peaceful protests. Any citizen who violates any legal limitations on these rights exercise may be held liable under the law. Article 32, freedom of association. Every person has the right to freedom of association for any cause or purpose. Ethiopian organizations formed by laws appropriately, legally, or constitutionally can promote a freedom activity peacefully. Article 33, freedom of movement. Any Ethiopian or foreign national lawfully in Ethiopia has, within the national territory, the right to liberty of movement and freedom to choose his residence, and the freedom to leave the country at any time he/she wishes. Any Ethiopian national has the right to return to his country. It eliminates migration and young Ethiopian suffrage. All opportunities doors are open to all Ethiopians to travel to any place throughout the world without any bureaucratic process delay. All Ethiopians can possess their travel document by themselves without their parents' accompanying requirements at their neighboring offices, at any time to go abroad without any governmental permission. Ethiopia's government must set an agreement for free entry/exit visas for all Ethiopians with all embassies located in Ethiopia to stop the migration problem or our young generation suffrage. Article 34, rights of nationality. No Ethiopian national shall deprive of his or her Ethiopian nationality against his or her will. The marriage of an Ethiopian national of either sex to a foreign national shall not annul his or her Ethiopian race. Every Ethiopian national has the right to enjoy all rights, protection, and benefits derived from Ethiopian nationality as prescribed by law. Any national has the right to change his Ethiopian nationality. Ethiopian nationality may confer upon foreigners by a law enacted and procedures established consistent with international agreements. Article 35, marital, personal, and family rights. Marriage shall be between men and women, without any discrimination as to race or religion. Ethiopians have equal rights while entering into, during the wedding, and at the time of divorce. The Ethiopian Constitution shall enact to ensure the protection of children's rights and interests at the time of divorce. Marriage should enter only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. The family is the natural and fundamental unit of society, and is entitled to protection by society and the government. Under the Ethiopian Constitution, marriage is the union of one man and one woman only. Under the Ethiopian form, marriage prohibits by law under 18 years old, or no wedding should permit under 18 years old. Article 36, rights of women. In the enjoyment of rights and protections provided by this Constitution, women shall have equal rights with men. Women have equal rights with men in marriage as prescribed by this Constitution. The historical legacy of inequality and discrimination suffered by women in Ethiopia taken into account, women, to remedy this legacy, are entitled to affirmative measures. The purpose of such measures shall be to provide special attention to women to enable them to compete and participate by equality with men in political, social, and economic life and public and private institutions. The province shall enforce the right of women to eliminate the influences of harmful customs. Laws, businesses, and practices that oppress or cause bodily or mental harm to women are prohibited. Women have the right to maternity leave with full pay. The duration of maternity leave shall be determined by law, taking into account the nature of the work, the mother's health, and the child and family's well-being. B. Maternity leave may, by the provisions of law, include prenatal leave with full pay. Under the Ethiopian constitution, female genital mutilation is illegal, and it is a federal government crime up to 15 years imprisonment and a 15,000 Ethiopian bear punishment fine. Women have the right to acquire, administer, control, use, and transfer property. In particular, they have equal rights with men on the use, transfer, administration, and management of the land. They shall also enjoy equal treatment in the inheritance of property. Women shall have a right to equality in employment, promotion, pay, and the transfer of pension entitlements. To prevent harm arising from pregnancy and childbirth, and to safeguard their health, women have the right to access family planning education, information, and capacity. Sexual assault of women killing in Ethiopia, urban or rural violence, all serious body injury acts of violence, stalking burning of women's face, or their body with different chemicals or acid, all brutal killings of women in Ethiopia proved by the court, must be punished with death. Article 37, Rights of Children. All children have the right to life, name, and nationality to know, and are cared for by their parents. Legal guardians cannot be subject to exploitative practices, neither to required nor permitted to perform work which may be hazardous or harmful to their education, health, or well-being, free of corporal punishment or cruel and inhumane treatment in schools and other institutions reasonable for children's care. In all actions concerning children undertaken by public and private welfare institutions, courts of law, administrative authorities, or legislative bodies, the primary consideration shall be in the child's best interest. Juvenile offenders are admitted to corrective or rehabilitative institutions. Parents shall keep juveniles who become wards of the placed in public or private orphanages separately from adults. Children born out of wedlock shall have the same rights as children born out of wedlock. The province shall accord superior protection to orphans, and encourage institutions that ensure and promote their adoption and advance their welfare and education. The Ethiopian government must protect all disabled children whatever they need. Under the Ethiopian Supreme Law of Land broadly protects and looks after survivors of child sexual abuse. Under the Ethiopian new constitution, an adult engages in sexual contact with a minor held criminally and civilly responsible. Under a new Ethiopian constitution specifically, sexual assault of a child is commonly referred to as constitutional rape crime. A person, including the president, commits this crime knowingly, a child's sexual organ to contact, penetrate the mouth, anus, and sexual organ, these crimes consider constitutional rape crime. Therefore, if criminals proved by the court, punishments are electrical execution or another form of the death penalty. Under the Ethiopian Supreme Law of Land broadly protects and looks after survivors of child sexual abuse. Under the Ethiopian new constitution, parents or guardians commit sexual contact with a minor held criminally and civilly responsible. Under a new Ethiopian constitution specifically, sexual assault of a child is commonly referred to as constitutional rape crime. Parents or guardians commit this crime knowingly, a child's sexual organ to contact, penetrate the mouth, anus, and sexual organ, these crimes consider constitutional rape crime. Therefore, if criminals proved by the court, punishments are the death penalty. Under the Ethiopian Supreme Law of Land broadly protects and looks after survivors of child sexual abuse. Under the Ethiopian new constitution, teachers or priests commit sexual contact with a minor held criminally and civilly responsible. Under a new Ethiopian constitution specifically, sexual assault of a child is commonly referred to as constitutional rape crime. Teachers or priests commit this crime knowingly, a child's sexual organ to contact, penetrate the mouth, anus, and sexual organ, these crimes consider constitutional rape crime. Therefore, if criminals prove by the court, punishments are the death penalty. Article 38. The right of access to justice. Everyone has the right to bring a justiciable matter to and obtain a decision or judgment by a court of law or any other competent body with judicial power. Has the right to bring a justiciable matter to and to obtain a decision or judgment by a court of law or any other competent body with judicial power. Article 39. The right to vote and to be elected. Organization of political parties. Under this new Ethiopian constitution, the right to form political parties is guaranteed only for the three parties. These are 1. Federal Party, 2. Democratic Party, 3. Republic Party. Under this Ethiopian constitution, it is strictly prohibited no political party shall form, on ethnic, gender, religious, regional, professional. Other sectional divisions use words, slogans, or symbols to arouse ethnic, gender, religious, regional, professional, or other sectional divisions. Every Ethiopian national, without any discrimination based on color, race, sex, language, religion, political or another opinion, or another status, have the following rights: to take part in the conduct of public affairs. Act directly through freely chosen representatives. Article 40. The land of Ethiopia. Right to property/land ownership. Every Ethiopian citizen has the right to ownership of private property on account of public interest. This right shall include the right to acquire, use and, in a manner compatible with other citizens' rights, dispose of such property by sale or bequest or transfer it otherwise. In this article, private property means all tangible or intangible products produced by the labor, creativity, or capital of an individual citizen, associations that enjoy juridical personality under the law. Also, in appropriate circumstances, communities are empowered explicitly by law to own property in common. The right to ownership of rural and urban land and all natural resources is exclusively vested in the provinces and Ethiopian peoples. The land is a common property of the peoples of Ethiopia. Ethiopian peasants have the right to obtain land without payment and the protection against eviction from their possession. Ethiopian pastoralists have the right to free land for grazing and cultivation, and the right not to be displaced from their lands. Without prejudice to Ethiopian peoples due to land ownership, the government shall not ensure private investors' right to use Ethiopian land by payment arrangements or by lease. All TPLF, EPRDF, treaties with foreign organizations, individuals, domestic organizations, individuals' documents for land leases or sales, and other national property leases or sales are void and null after this Constitution ratification. Article 41. Economic, social, and cultural rights. Every Ethiopian has the right to engage in economic activity freely and pursue a livelihood of his or her choice anywhere within the national territory. Every Ethiopian has the right to choose his or her means of livelihood, occupation, and profession. Every Ethiopian national has the right to equal access to publicly funded social services. The province must allocate ever-increasing resources to provide public health, education, and other social services. Within available means, the province shall allocate resources to provide rehabilitation and assistance to the physically and mentally disabled, the aged, and to children who are left without parents or guardians. The province shall pursue policies that aim to expand job opportunities for the unemployed and the poor and undertake programmers and public works projects. The province shall undertake all measures necessary to increase opportunities for citizens to find gainful employment. Ethiopian farmers and pastoralists have the right to receive a fair price for their products, leading to an improvement in their conditions of life and enabling them to obtain an equitable share of the national wealth commensurate with their contribution. This objective shall guide the province in the formulation of economic, social, and development policies. The province has the responsibility to protect and preserve historical and cultural legacies and contribute to promoting the arts and sports. Article 42. Rights of labor. A. Factory and service workers, farmers, farm laborers, other rural workers, and government employees whose work compatibility allows for it, and who are below a certain level of responsibility, have the right to form associations to improve their conditions of employment and economic well-being. This right includes the right to form trade unions and other associations to bargain collectively with employers or other organizations that affect their interests. B. Categories of persons referred to in paragraph A of this subarticle have the right to express grievances, including the right to strike. C. Law shall determine government employees who enjoy the rights provided under paragraphs A and B of this subarticle. D. Women workers have the right to equal pay for equal work. Workers have the right to reasonable limitation of working hours, to rest, to leisure, to periodic leaves with pay, to remuneration for public holidays as well as a healthy and safe work environment. Without prejudice to the rights recognized under sub-article 1 of this article, laws enacted for the implementation of such rights shall establish procedures for the formation of trade unions and the regulation of the collective bargaining process. Article 43, the right to development. The peoples of Ethiopia as a whole and Ethiopia, in particular, have the right to improve living standards and sustainable development. Ethiopia's people have the right to participate in national development and, in particular, to be consulted concerning policies and projects affecting their community. All international agreements and relations concluded, established, or conducted by the province shall protect and ensure Ethiopia's right to sustainable development. The primary aim of development activities shall be to enhance citizens' capacity for growth and meet their basic needs. Article 44, Environmental Rights. All persons have the right to a clean and healthy environment. All persons who are displaced or whose livelihoods have been adversely affected due to province programmers have the right to commensurate monetary or alternative means of compensation, including relocation with adequate province assistance.